Hello gamers, I'm KCL and I would like to talk about the difference in opinions and how we as gamers handle them. This is a very broad spectrum, so for this video we will try to focus on something more tangible, and that is game review. This train of thought was started by a controversy I saw online regarding a 7 out of 10 score that a reviewer at IGN gave Starfield. And before you click off the video, this video is not about that drama. We can just use this drama as an example, because it happened now, so it is relatable, and it's regarding a newly released game that a lot of you might be aware of. You might even have your own opinions on. So let's go over this practical example and see exactly what happened, just in case you are unaware of it. Dan Stapleton, a reviewer at IGN USA, reviewed Starfield and gave it a 7 out of 10. He made a long review where he explained his own opinion on it. Passionate fans took it upon themselves to cause this man a lot of trouble, and decided to launch various attacks, from comparing his other reviews to digging things from his past and so on. Unsavory things in general. I have to make it perfectly clear that I am not here defending this person's views or what he stands for. Actually, I do not agree with his views. I personally think he is a PlayStation shill. But even if I think he is free to do that and have whatever opinion he wants, and I can respect that. It just means that his opinion is not relevant to me, and we will talk about relevance in a bit. The other side of passion is hate, and sadly from time to time we see the worst in people, especially when someone says something bad about the things they are passionate about, or something they perceive as bad. And we are all guilty of this to some degree, but some people take it way too far. So when that happens, we have to talk about it. Because I want a better gaming environment, and even though my videos don't reach a wider audience, I hope that I can put my drop of water in the ocean and maybe, just maybe, change one person's views. If I manage to make the gaming environment better by one person, that is a win in my books. Alright, so a thing that has to be addressed right off the bat is why giving a grade out of 10 is biased and not really a good measure of a game review in any way. The only real measure of a subjective review is one that comes to the conclusion of yes, no, or maybe. Let me explain. When you normally take a grading system, you have points assigned to specific requirements. For example, if you take a math test in school, you will be graded based on how many of the mathematical problems you successfully solve. It's objective and it is something that nobody can debate. You either got the right answer or you didn't. By comparison, entertainment reviews, such as game reviews, have no leg to stand on in a 1 to 10 grading system. Entertainment by default is subjective to the reviewer, and because we're not using any general accepted system, scores will be all over the place and it will mean nothing. This is a problem with most review systems online, and it seems that only a very few companies understood this. Steam, for example, has. You either can recommend a game or you don't. I still think a neutral answer, like maybe, should exist, because yes and no are very black and white, and things are most of the time in the gray. So the first conclusion of this video is that a 1 to 10 grading system is simply a system that is wrong from the get-go, and not something that we should use. But let's move on and talk about reviews and their relevance. Let's go over the basics. What is a review? It is simply someone's assessment of something. I know it's a very loose definition, but that's all there is to it. So when a review is applied to something subjective, like entertainment, the review itself becomes subjective. And that's alright, there's nothing wrong with having a subjective opinion. Please don't misunderstand me, there will be objective elements in the review, like how many weapons there are, how many skills there are, or the size of the map, and so on. If that was the only thing in the review, that would make it just a description of the game and not a review. The important thing is if the game is worth playing or not, and that is subjective. So we have our second conclusion, that game reviews cannot be objective. They can only be subjective, and they should be taken as opinions. We can now talk about the relevance of these reviews. First, I will say something that might be taken as counterproductive. The best reviewer every single one of you knows is yourself. You are the person that knows what you like better than anyone else. So, often enough, you need to form your own opinions on things. What content creators like me? I guess I am one now, nearing 300 subs, so do hit that like and subscribe if you like my content and feel like supporting me in this hobby of mine. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What I, or anyone like me, can do for you is share different information and maybe different perspectives. What I mean by that is that I can make you aware of a game that you are not, or elements in a game that you might have missed. Or I can help you, and of course you can help me too, see things from a different perspective that we might not have thought on our own, especially when we see things differently. The way I see reviewers and content creators is that you find someone that you have things with in common. So if you manage to find that person, then when they play and like something and as a result recommend it, there is a good chance that you too will enjoy it. Or the other case is when you find someone you can talk to, and this will help further your perspective. But this will not include everyone, and that is alright. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to enjoy the same games. What is really important is that we treat each other with respect. And that's why I'm saying that no attack against this man or anyone else is justified. If you don't like what a reviewer says, you can always point it out and explain why you hold a different opinion. Or, if you really dislike what they have to say, all you have to do is move on and don't give them any attention. That is the absolute worst thing that can happen to a reviewer. For them to review something and nobody to care about it. Alright, that's it for this video. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you think of this topic. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. See you in the next one, gamers.